What's up, everybody? Kelly Frederick here, Diamond Leader It Works Global. Super excited to have this open discussion tonight, as well as a little leadership, something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. So if you are on my team page, the Powerhouse page, I just posted the link to be on here live, as well as the link to just watch. It's a YouTube link. If you are not on my team, go ahead and check on my, sorry, doing two things at once. Go ahead and check on my timeline and I will have those links posted. I posted about joining us. The YouTube link will be in the comments of that one. I just put it out there. So I'm going to see if anyone's going to hop on and wants to talk about a couple things. And then I will talk about the things I've been thinking about. And I've been thinking about these things a lot lately. And it's really fun because these are some of the things that I learned back in high school, and I can't wait to share those with you 10 years later or more, I guess is when I learned them. So give me just 1 minute while we wait and see if anyone pops on live. Otherwise, I will go ahead and just get started. If you are not a part of It Works Global and you're curious about it, go ahead and send me a personal message, and I will talk with you about what It Works is about and why I love doing these webinars. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my sound and my camera for 1 minute while I wait for people to hop on, and then we will get started. Okay, I know that wasn't a full minute, but I'm getting so excited. So I'm just going to go ahead and start for those of you that are viewing and those of you that are going to pop on live. Tonight, I wanted to talk a little bit about what being a leader means. I'm not necessarily a leader with It Works Global, just a leader in life in general. So first and foremost, there's a couple different things that I wanted to go over real quick that has to do with my team, especially the local team here in Colorado Springs. We are doing an energy clearing for our business to clear out all that negative stuff that is holding us back. That's May 17th with my friend Samantha. Super excited about that. In the meantime, I want to encourage you, this is not just for my team, this is for anyone. I want to encourage you to find out what your energy type is. It's basically like your true nature and your personality, if you will. So myenergyprofile.com.org, something like that, by Carol Tuttle. I highly recommend doing that. It's going to change the way that you see yourself, change the way that you see others, and overall just make your life more meaningful. So I encourage you to do that. So now I'm so excited to talk about what it is that I've been thinking about. So it's a fairly new month, like it's May 4th. It's only been May for a couple of days. And a new month means new goals. It means new ways of thinking. It means new plans. It means new this, new that. Everything is different than it was last month. Maybe there are some things similar, but a new month means different. And there are a lot of people who are saying, okay, this month I want it to be different. Like, I want it to be different than last month, like business-wise, or maybe even just life in general. So if you want this to be different, something to be different, you have to do something differently this month. And I just got a message, Ashley, yeah, if you want to talk on this one, you can go ahead and pop on with the link, not the YouTube link that I posted, but the other one. If you want this month to be different, do something different. And so this is when these leadership things I've been thinking about are coming into play. Because I feel like my whole life I've kind of just been in a leadership position of some sort. Not that it's like super awesome or anything, but I've kind of always found myself in that position. And when I was it started in middle school, but it was early high school. I went to this like 1 or 2 day leadership conference thingy. It was in my high school band room because it was initiated by my band directors. I was the drum major commander, if you will, of marching band. And so me and section leaders from the different sections in the marching band, as well as other drum majors and section leaders from different cities, came into this, into our band room, and there was a guy there talking about leadership. And there are a couple of concepts that I really remember, which is interesting because that was over 10 years ago, and I've always remembered that. And I wanted to talk with you guys about those, and then we're going to kind of discuss how you feel those went, different things like that, and then pop on after we've discussed about these leadership things, and talk about whatever you want. So first and foremost, I have said, if you want to be something to be different this month, you have to do something different. How many times have you heard that? If you want to change, you have to make a change. And sometimes that requires getting uncomfortable. So I actually have a little exercise that we did at this leadership thing in early high school. And I've always remembered it. And it actually changed the way that I did something, like physically did something. So sometimes we get uncomfortable as leaders, and we have to be uncomfortable as leaders because there are people looking to us to know what to do. Maybe people just need some guidance. Sometimes that can be uncomfortable for us. Now, for me, doing things like a webinar or getting up in front of people, that is not uncomfortable for me. So I've had to find something else that's uncomfortable for me so I can change my business. Now, I'm not perfect at it, but I always have to be thinking of something to do, because the more you get outside your comfort zone and change the way you do something, the bigger that your abilities are, your personal growth expands. So here's my exercise. I want you to take your hands right out in front of you. If you have a phone, put it down. If you're watching on the computer, get your hands ready for this, all right? Take your hands and interlock your fingers, okay? So we have our fingers interlocked. Now I want you to take a look at your thumb. Which thumb is on top? For me, it's my right thumb. All right, open your hands. Now do it again and put the opposite thumb on top. All right, now my left is on top. Does that feel a little uncomfortable to you? Because it does to me. It feels a little uncomfortable to me. This is an exercise that we did, like I said, in that band room in that leadership conference. And I'll tell you why this is relevant in a minute. Okay, now we're taking our arms. Go ahead and cross them. My right, again, now is on top. Uncross. Try to do the other one. Okay, it feels a little awkward. It's a little bit uncomfortable, you know? So there's my arms, different ways. And we did the hands. We did our arms. Now, here, I'm gonna scoot back so I can actually do this. Take your legs, cross your knees. You can't see my knees, but they're crossed right now. My right leg is over the top of my left. Okay, so now we're uncrossing. And now put the other leg on over your other leg. So opposite what you just said. Feels a little uncomfortable, right? So the moral of the story is, if you want to be a true good leader, you have to do things that make you uncomfortable, because maybe someone does something different than you and you need to expand your horizons, if you will. Now, a secret, I used to actually do everything opposite of what I do now. And it was this leadership conference that forced me to change my ways just because I wanted to prove to myself that I could. So when I had my fingers interlocked like this with left, this is what I used to do. And it was uncomfortable for me to interlock on the right. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start interlocking my fingers opposite and get a little more comfortable with it. Same thing with crossing my arms and crossing my legs. I used to do the opposite of what's natural for me now. So now when I do this, I can just do whichever one I want because I'm more comfortable with it. It did take practice though. That is the same thing in leadership. We are comfortable leading the way that we already lead. Everyone's a leader. We're comfortable with that. We need to change things up and do things maybe opposite and see how that change affects us. Remember, if we want this one to be different, we have to do something different. We have to make that change. We have to get a little uncomfortable until we're comfortable with it, okay? So that's something that I have always thought of, and it literally shaped the way that I hold my hands now, and it's from that leadership conference over 10 years ago. So if anyone's on live, hold on, let me respond. If you want to get online and show your face, like, and talk and stuff, you have to use the non-YouTube link to do so. And let's see, if you want to comment too, you can. So I want you to tell me, or think to yourself in your notes or whatever. If no one feels like talking, that's fine. What your thoughts are about what just happened. That little exercise I had you did. Do you understand how that can relate to your life? Let me respond to this real quick. It's in the group, Ashley, if you're watching. So let's see. So get uncomfortable. Do something different than you have done in the past. Change things up. Grow and expand. The last thing that I have that I've been thinking about is also from this leadership conference. And it's like a hilarious analogy, but it's so true. All right. So I'm going to laugh because now every time that I see this scenario, I think about this. So sorry, just looking at my husband. He's like so cute and stuff. Anyways, when you go into a bathroom, a public bathroom, you open a stall, and someone didn't flush the toilet. All right? Someone didn't flush the toilet. Everyone does this. They're like, oh, no one flushed the toilet, and they go to a different stall. Am I right? Do you do it? Like, let's be honest here. Do you do that? That's what everyone does. We were told in this leadership conference, we were like, he was like, if you want to be a leader, you have to be man enough, if you will, take charge enough, a leader enough that when you walk into a stall and someone didn't flush it, instead of walking out like everyone else, you flush the toilet and you stay there and you use that same bathroom. Okay, why would he compare that to leadership, you guys? Like flushing the toilet versus finding a new stall. If you want to be a leader and you want to be successful, you will flush the toilet that no one else will flush. You will stay in that stall after you flush the toilet and use it instead of trying to find something else and avoiding a situation altogether. Be outside the norm. Flush the toilet. So next time you're in a public bathroom, I bet it's going to happen to you in the next month. It always does. You're going to walk into the bathroom, open a stall, someone didn't flush the toilet. Are you going to flush the toilet? Now, hilarious analogy, stuck with me forever. Are you a leader enough that when you see something like that, you take care of business and you just do what no one else will do? And, oh, I love it. Ashley's responding. Ashley, if you want to pop on in our group page, there's a link to be on live, like with video and audio and stuff. So that's where that is. It's in our team page to pop on audio. So from that conference that I did for 2 days in my high school band room with my fellow bandmates, those are the main things that I came away with. And it has to do with getting uncomfortable, taking charge, doing what no one else will do, or maybe isn't comfortable with. And maybe you're not comfortable with it either, but the difference between someone who's not a leader and then someone who is a leader is the person who will change the way that they hold their hands, so to speak. They will grow and get uncomfortable. They will flush the toilet when no one else will flush the toilet. So those are my two hilarious analogies, and I'm super excited because I think about it all the time. Are you willing to do that? And if you're not, get uncomfortable. 20 seconds of being uncomfortable, okay? If we go back to the toilet analogy, really, how long does it take to flush the toilet? 2 seconds, okay? It's the same thing in leadership, or even with It Works, we have blitzing where we share our product and hand someone a card. It takes like 20 seconds to give someone a coupon. Are you gonna be a leader enough and get outside your comfort zone and do that? Ashley, yeah, it worked, girl. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, there we go. I had to turn it off of my, whatever that is, my computer. Hold on, it's kind of dark over here. Probably turn some lights on.
Okay, so Ashley, you've been listening in before you like give your 2 cents or things you've been thinking about. What did you think about that analogy of the toilet? You said when you messaged me, you'd flush the toilet. How does that
yeah, I totally do every time. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I got to go to the bathroom, so I flush the toilet.
So how does that analogy play into leadership and business and life? And you, what do you think?
I think that's taking charge of whatever situation you have to deal with. Um, because it's as simple as flushing a toilet, but then you run into other things as a leader where you're like, okay, how am I going to handle this? Am I just going to go deal with it myself, or am I going to walk away? I do want to point out that in a lot of things in my life, I just walk away. I get nervous. I don't like confrontation. It's not my thing. Really trying to get over that and just attack the situations. That way it's done and taken care of. But I love that analogy, and it makes me feel awesome for flushing the toilet.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Ashley's a great example of never giving up no matter what has come at her. You know, everyone has life. So it's a perfect analogy, I think, for leadership. And I think it's hilarious because it's so true, you know? So Ashley, is there anything that you want to talk about or give some tips on or talk, open discussion, whatever, anything in particular?
Well, stop me if I get off topic because you know me, I get on a tangent and I just talk. But one thing I wanted to bring up was, yes, I've run into a couple different snags in this business. It started back in July. Everything was cool. This is what I wanted to do. And then
Hey, Rochelle.
I almost quit twice. And I thank you, Kelly, for, letting me cry on your shoulder and have my freak out moment. And then I'm okay. And I kept going. And then I promoted in 24 hours and hit a tiny snag again, but I'm not going to quit. Like that's just stupid. I've been posting a lot about my cycling analogies because there are so many times, okay, never mind. There are so many times that in that hour long where you're trudging along and you're trying to make it work, you just want to stop and get off the bike. Like, I'm done, clocking out, I'm done, I don't care. But you just keep going, and before you know it, the hour's up, you feel amazing, and you feel like you've accomplished something, and that is the coolest feeling in the world. So if we take that into our business and use it, even in small steps, like if you can take what you do in your personal life and transfer it to your business and see how it mirrors it, you can accomplish anything. You can do anything. We hit snags, we fall over, but if you just keep it up and keep going, great. One last thing. Jade and I went to do the incline today. I've never done it. I had no idea what to expect. From 9:15 to 2:15, I was on a mountain today. And there were many times that Jade was like, Mom, I want to quit. This is taking forever. I was like, no, let's keep going. And then I asked her, when we got halfway up there, I was like, hey, we can either go down the mountain now or we can keep going. And she was like, let's go to the top. So I was ready to quit then. And she was my little motivator. And we kept going. And we made it all the way to the top and back down. I've got a sunburn that I get to put defining gel on and take new before and after pictures for. I'm excited.
That's awesome. For those of you who don't know, the incline is like stairs straight up a mountain. That's what the incline is. Crazy.
It's a mile of push your body.
What's amazing? I love that you said that. It's everyday life stuff that you are transferring from life into business, life into leadership. And that is a true leader. That's how you grow. And that's how you learn. And I love that.
True
I
story.
love it. I love it. What else you got? Anything else you got? Anything exciting, fun, questions, thoughts about anything, Ashley?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about anything. Let's see here. Oh, here's a good analogy. How life mimics what we're doing in our business. Hold on. Trying to shut off notifications for something else I'm following, and it's driving me crazy. Anyway, oh man, train fell off the track. It's gone. I don't know. Bring up another topic. I'll think of it here in just a minute.
Okay, sure. So for those of you that are watching, whether you're a part of It Works and part of our business or not, my challenge for you from this webinar open discussion is kind of talking about find something in your life, okay? Anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Find an experience, a challenge, anything, and relate that to how you can be a leader and have personal growth. Because when you start making those connections between life, leadership, business, or life and your goals, like Ashley said, you're going to feel amazing. You can overcome more. So your challenge is to find those analogies in life, whether it be on spin cycling at the gym like Ashley, or the toilet analogy that I learned back in the day. Find something like that. And
what up, girl?
Hi! There's Rochelle. Oh,
Can you hear me?
yay! Let's see who this is. I can. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. So Ashley and I, Ashley, you're frozen. Oh, no, you're not frozen. You were just holding still.
I'm picking my nose. No, I'm kidding.
So either Ashley, more thoughts, or Rochelle, I don't know if you've been able to watch some of this so far, or you're just popping on, but we're kind of talking about how we can have analogies between life and our goals and like life and business. Do you have any thoughts on that or any questions about anything in general? And we can just chat.
Hang on just a second. The fan's on, so I can't really hear you.
Yeah, you bet.
So I remembered mine.
Yeah, go.
Okay, so I recently graduated in December, and technically I didn't graduate. Walked across the stage, everything was cool, my hair was done, it was wonderful. I missed passing a class by 2%. Instead of giving up and going, well, I'm done, I've been doing this for 10 years, I don't want to do it anymore, I don't care. I kept going, and I'm two tests away from my bachelor's degree. So it's really exciting. I already did the whole walk thing. I'm not going to do that again. It's whatever. It's already done. The ceremony's amazing. Got my picture. We're great. But I didn't give up, and I didn't throw it all away. I just redid the class, called it good, made it happen.
That's
so,
awesome.
You know, I map that into a lot of what I do leadership-wise. If I just keep telling people, like, don't give up. And it's not just, not just with It Works. It's all of us doing whatever we have to do in life to make our lives awesome, and where we have to lead. Like, I got to lead little tiny munchkins up a mountain and stuff like that. So you map it into everything that you do, and you keep going forward with the things that life throws at you.
It's so true that no matter what you are going after, like you said, not It Works, everything is connected. Everything is connected. And if something is affected in one area of your life, guarantee it's going to affect you in the other, whether that be positive or negative, like you said. Like, it's not just about It Works. It's not just about business. This is about leadership and life in general. Love it. Love it. Rochelle, any thoughts, girl?
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm learning now. I, in the beginning, tried to keep my life and It Works separate and try to have my own life and so on and so forth, and it's not working. It really is an all or nothing business, it's like, it's a lifestyle change and not something that I've struggled with, because the boyfriend's not 100% on board, so it kind of makes it hard at home sometimes. Like this weekend, he's not too thrilled that I'm going on Saturday, but I was like, well, that sucks,
Yay,
like,
you're going!
I have to do.
Awesome.
Like, and it's kind of teaching me to stand up for myself, and like, I really had a serious moment a couple weeks ago. I was like, am I going to fight for this and actually do it, or is this just something that I'm going to do to help me lose weight and be healthy? Like, I need to make a choice here. I can't be wishy-washy about it anymore. Like, I went to One Team, One Mission, and I watched all of these YouTube videos and all this training, and just all these people that are reaching their dreams, that are going for it, that are doing it, and I want to be one of those people. And what I noticed about all those people is that they just decided to make it their life. Like, it became a part of their life. So,
Yeah. That's awesome.
like, yeah. So that's the part that I've been struggling with, but it's getting better.
Yeah, it is just that, it's that choice, that decision to incorporate things into your life, and maybe get a little uncomfortable, like we've been talking about this whole time. Like, this is all spot on. Everything's related that we talk about, those choices, the analogies that we're creating. You guys, I love you. You're the best. It's great. Well, do you guys have anything you want to chat about also on this open discussion? We can take it to whoever, if anyone else wants to jump on, or if either of you two that are on live have anything else to say. I'm loving this. This is fantastic.
So, I'm really enjoying the books that you had told me back in July. You need to read these or listen to these. I went through GoPro like 4 times in Audible. I actually listened to it at the gym before I discovered I had to focus. Yeah. But I started You Are a Badass, and then I have a couple more books on my Amazon list that I'm going to be getting soon. Something. I can't remember what it is. Hold on, I got to take that off. And just in general trying to focus on who Ashley is, because it's kind of a lot like you, Kelly, where I lost myself. I will totally admit that in this whole let's be a stepmom and raise 2 kids and have a husband, and that's all great, grand, and wonderful.
Totally with you.
And you lose yourself, and it is a real thing. I never thought it was going to happen, honestly. I was like, I'm going to be Ashley, and the guy that I'm with is just going to have to deal with it. And I lost who Ashley was. And through meeting you, Kelly, and continuing to talk to all of my friends and being more like, is this really what I want? And I decided, yes, this is really what I want. It's really hard. It's really what I want. It's what I want, because I don't want to make my own babies. I commend all the moms doing that. Not for me. And I have my babies. I love them to pieces. They are it. And you know, like you, Shell, Jesse's not 100% on board. Slowly, it is changing, you know, and he might get all the way on board. He might not. If he doesn't, he's at least telling me, hey, why are you not going to that event? If you want to do this, you need to go to that event. I know it's important to you. So that's why we worked out the Chocolate Factory.
That's so awesome.
The It Works You in Arizona. I was like, yeah, I can't go to that. And he's like, why not? Who said you can't go to that? And so, you know, it's just those small things. I can't go because my car's, like, it's not going to make it. I know it's not. My transmission's dying, so
No.
that's not happening. I'll get stuck in Vegas, and it'll be a bummer. Because I'll go to Vegas, and then my car will die.
Lift cars, you're stuck in Vegas. People want to blow money.
I'm really good at craps. I would buy a car with my craps winnings, so it'd be okay. But still, point of the story, like, you know, so I won't be able to go to that. But he's at least more like, why are you not doing this? You need to do this. If this is what you want and you really want this, go for it. And he's less negative about the situations now. So I guess for you, Shell, like, it'll come around. It takes time, and I'm still fighting the good fight with it, but it's not as stressful as it was a few months ago. So that's really nice. There's a silver lining and shiny green fairies that run around and make everything better.
Yeah. You know what I love about what you said, Ashley, is it's so, well, all of what you said, let's be real. But what you go through is what other people go through too. And you're slow and steady. No, you're not slow, but like slow and steady wins the race. Like, for example, with your significant other. He knows you're serious. You made that change, and it may be slow, but it's steady.
Yes.
You know? And that's what's awesome. You made a decision, you changed something, and now look at you. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I love it.
A very cool feeling to go, I'm not just treading water now. Like, and when you go through different points in this business as you're promoting and learning new things, you hit rough spots, you start treading water, and then you go, okay, I gotta swim. Like, I can't just sit here and tread water. It's not working anymore. And that's when I promoted, and I was like, cool, so now we gotta keep going. And then treaded water for a month, and I'm like, it's gonna make it. I gotta go to the Chocolate Festival. I feel like this is where it's gonna help me out a bunch, and I won't be treading anymore. So it's all of those steps and life happenings. It's like, you know, you always get stuff put in your place where it needs to be and when it needs to be. So I just keep moving forward. I try to have a more positive outlook and don't get so like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. Like you do, because you're human and it happens. Exactly. But you move past it faster than you did a few months ago where you're stuck on it.
Yeah. New month, new decisions, new goals,
yep.
New analogies, new choices, new everything. May 4th.
Yeah.
The month is ours.
May the 4th be with you.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Watch some Star Wars tonight or something. Love it. All right. Well, do you guys have anything else you want to chat about or talk about? I try to keep these around 30 minutes or so we can go get back to work, grow our businesses as well as ourselves. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No.
We can always go on our group page or message or call or text. That's how we do. And if you're watching and you're not a part of our little It Works family, we are love that you are on with us this evening. We hope you learned something. Shout out to Rochelle and Ashley for being on live, and those of you that are watching later on and right now live as well. So, ladies, we're going to sign off for tonight, and I'll see you guys all really soon.
Bye. Thanks for having us.
Bye, you guys.